Hello, dear all the students of BTech first year. I am Dr. Ravindra Parsai, Associate Professor of Mathematics in Engineering Science and Humanity Department at Chamini Devi Group of Institution Indore. I want to continue my third lecture, which is in which we just recall our last section, last example of in which we will find two non-singular matrices with the help of a normal form, which is just a second application of normal form. So for this, our example is, suppose this is 1 2 3 3 2 1 1 3 2 2 1 3, in which you are having, first you will write the order of the given matrix. So your order of given matrix is 4 by 3. Therefore you are going to find two non-singular matrices. You use symbols P and Q, so they are order respectively 4 and 3. So that is the first non-singular matrix having the order 4 and second non-singular matrix having the order 3. Always both are square matrices. That's why you will take for finding these two matrices two unit matrix. So we can write a matrix in a multiple of number of unit matrices. So that's why A matrix equal to I4 A I3. So the prefix or prefactor unit matrix is always of order 4 and the postfactor unit matrix of order 3. And now our objective is to reduce this left side matrix into normal forms by application of elementary transformations. So in which you just remember one more thing is that whenever you apply row operation, you apply to this prefix unit matrix. So that's why I have been written in our technical words, in technical forms, as each elementary row operations or transformation is affected by performing the same on the prefactor unit matrix I4 of A, and each elementary column transformation is affected by performing the same on the postfactor unit matrix, that is I3 of A. That is, we say in mathematical symbol as 1 2 3 3 2 1 1 3 2 2 1 3. That is, you are taking this side, this unit matrix of order 4 by 4, and this matrix whatever may be the given, and equal to I3. This is 3 by 3 unit matrix. Now our objective is to reduce this left side matrix into a normal forms. So for this, basic thing is, as we have discussed in our previous second lecture, just like that, whenever you have to reduce a unit any matrix into a normal forms, you have to apply alternatively row and column transformation. So that's why I start with row operation, in which you have to introduce unit matrix inside this rectangular matrix. For this first you will make first pivot element to as 1, and with the help of first pivot element you make below elements to 0. So that's why you are applying this R2 minus 3 R1, R3 minus 3 R1, and R4 minus 2 R1. So by this you are changing the corresponding left side matrix. So first row is in as it is, then change according to this into second row, that is 3 minus 3 0. So 3 to just 6. So 2 minus 6 is minus 4. So 1 of minus 9 is minus 8. Here it is balanced. Now you go for second elementary row operations, in which R3 minus R1, that is 1 minus 1 0, 3 minus 2 is 1, 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So that's why you are having, first you are changing to left matrix, left side matrix, then you apply the same type of row operation on the prefactor unit matrix to this here. So that's why we come to the third elementary row operation as to the fourth row, 2 minus 2 0, then 1 minus 4 is minus 3, 3 minus 2 is 6, so minus 3, and this is to be applied on this. You are getting the matrix is 1 0 0 0, minus 3 1 0 0, minus 1 0 1 0, minus 2 0 0 and 1, while keeping post factor unit matrix as it is. So now you will reverse this process. So when you apply first suppose row operation, now you apply the column transformation. With the help of that you make this front elements to 0. So this position element is 0 to only when you apply C2 minus 2 C1. So 2 minus 2 is 0, 3 minus 3 is 0, that's why C3 minus 3 C1. So you are getting this first left side matrix you apply, and then go to right hand side matrix. So one first column as it is, second column is to be changed according to this first column transformations. 2 minus 2 0, and this minus 4 1 minus 3, then first remains 0 minus 8 minus 1 minus 3. So this prefactor unit matrix keeping as it is, only change on the post factor unit matrix. So that is 1 minus 2 is minus 2, and 0 minus 3 is minus 3, and 0 1 0 0 0 1. So this we are getting now R2. Now your problem is to make this position element to unity, that is this second pivot element you have to make unity. For that you are applying R2, you are just interchanging R2 and R3. So you are having this position in the previous equation is 1, so that's why we are interchanging this to you make the second pivot elements to unity. So that's why this row operation is applying. So you may have option to apply the column transformation also, but not for this question, because in this question this position you are having in last column as minus 1. So that's why only you will apply row operation by which you interchange this position of this element to this position. So these elements are getting this way, and the same type of treatment you are doing to this left side of prefactor unit matrix. Don't change the post factor unit matrix, this that keeping as it is. Up now as we adopt the technique in the first stage, the same type of technique you adopt to make this below elements to 0, that is R3 minus, so R3 minus 4 plus 4 is 0, that's why on applying R3 plus 4 R2 and R4 plus 3 R2, by this you are this position element you are making to 0. आपका ये position का element 0 बन जाएगा and you are keeping this second row as it is, only the change in third row and the last row. Now with the help of these two transformation, you are this left side matrix is also accordingly the elements to be changed. So first row as it is, second row as it is, the change in the third row according to this. So minus 3 plus 4 is minus 4 as minus 7, then 1, then square you are getting this 4 and 0, and then you come to this same type of practice you adopt in the last row case also. So with the help of this R2 is minus 2, इसमें आपको 3 times करना है, तो minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5, then you are having 3 times करना है इसमें 0 into 3, आपका 0 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो 0 मिलेगा, you are getting, and while from this position is 3 and this position is to 1. And since you are applying row operations, you are also not to be apply over the post factor unit matrix keeping as it is. So now you are having the next option, you make this position to this element to 0. So on applying C3 plus C2, so by this applying this you are getting this position element C3 प्लस C2 से आपका ये पोजीशन का एलिमेंट 0 हो जाएगा, दिस माइनस 12 माइनस 6 हो जाएगा आपका, एंड सो दैट दिस इज 1 0 0 एंड माइनस 1 0 1 0 माइनस 7, ये आपका मैट्रिक्स एज इट इज रहेगा, ओनली द चेंज ऑन टू दिस मैट्रिक्स हियर. So now with the help of this you are having 1 by 2 of R3s, you are applying 1 by 2, that is minus 1, and this is to be 0 here, and this makes to be this change is to be required. Accordingly, this position is 0, this is already to be 0, so now 1 minus 2, and accordingly this row operation you will apply here, and on this basis you will continue on this position elements, so the last as it is. So you are getting at this position 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 and 0 0. So left side matrix is available a unit matrix of order I3, and while this side you are getting this matrix as 1 0 0 0 minus 1 0 1 0. So minus 7 by 2 minus 1 by 2 minus 2 0 minus 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2 1 1, and A as it is 1 minus 2 minus 5 0 1 minus 6 1 by 6 and 0 0 1 by 6. As you all get left side matrix into normal form, so of course the right hand side you write as first prefactor unit matrix, whatever will be reduced into the form. This is your first non-singular matrix, and the post factor unit matrix is second non-singular matrix. So that is P equal to this and Q equal to this. Now our next option is by which you can also find the rank is the echelon form. So what do you mean by echelon form of a matrix? Let we understand first. The matrix obtained by applying a series of elementary row transformation such that you are going to apply elementary row operation in such a way that all rows with 0 elements will be below the non-zero rows and all 0 rows below the non-zero rows. That is, we can say that this is the first option, that is first condition is to be required. Then the second condition is the number of zeros before the first non-zero element in a row is less than the number of such zeros in the next row. For example, we are saying to this, so it is just like in our rectangular matrix. You can say that 1 2 3 0 2 1 0 0 2 0 0. So you are seeing that in this 0 row is in the last case, only the 0 rows available at the end, and while the non-zero rows are to be available before this. And suppose this third row having 2 zeros, so before that, after that you having non-zero elements. So after that यहाँ पर आपका एक 1 0 है और उसमें नंबर ऑफ नॉन जीरो एलिमेंट जो है इससे ग्रेटर है. So this is one of the echelon form, you can say. This is also echelon forms. Then how will you find the rank from a echelon forms? So just by counting the number of non-zero rows in the echelon form is called the rank of the matrix. For this example, how many non-zero rows? You are having 3 non-zero rows. The matrix rank is 3, and this is the 0 rows. What do you mean by non-zero row? A row in which all elements are not to be 0. So it is called non-zero rows here. So while in second examples you are having 3 non-zero rows, that's why the rank is 3. So now the condition 1 is not compulsory, so it is not compulsory to valid for in all case. So but the second condition is to be required here. Let me see an examples. How will you find an echelon form of a given matrix? So what is the strategy for finding echelon form of a given matrix is just as follows. So 1 2 minus 3, this is our matrix. First of all you write the given matrix equal to A. Then now you are for reducing an echelon form, you have the provision of applying row transformation in throughout session, throughout the time. So that's why you will make first element in the list form, and with the help of that element, pivot element which is to be reduced into list form, that is 1 or equivalent of that, you will make below elements to 0. Okay, so for this you will make this position to 0. So R2 plus 2R1 is 0 and R3 minus R1 is 0. This position already 0, there is no problems. So that's why we are doing this transformation to here by keeping first row as it is 1 2 3 minus 1 and 0 3. You are changing this, so minus 2 plus of 3. So accordingly you changing this, minus 2 plus 2 0. Then इसके बाद 2 to the 4 minus 1 plus 4 is 3. Then the next is you are having minus 3 plus 6, so you are getting plus 3. So then you are having minus 1 and minus 3 is you are getting the value is 1 minus of 2 is minus 3. Then you come to for this rows, so third row is changed according to this rule. So 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 minus 2 is minus 2, then 1 minus 3 is minus 2, and 1 minus of minus is 2, plus simply last row keeping as it is. Now since we know that this second row is divisible by 3, so that's why our objective is to reduce into 1. That's why I have been applying 1 by 3 of R2 and 1 by 2 of R3 also. So that's why the second row is divisible by 3 and the third row is divisible by 2. So we are reducing to list form. So that's why first row is as it is, second row is also changed according to this, and the third row is also to be changed by divide by 2 or multiply by 1 by 2. Each row element are 3 and each elements of R2 rows, and the last row is as it is. Now the next objective is our objective is to introduce 0 rows. So that's why now with the help of this second pivot element you will make below elements to 0. So that's why you are making to 0. So on applying R3 plus R2 and R4 minus R2. So that's why first row as it is, second row as it is, changes in the third row and in the fourth row here. So this is 0 0. So this form is called an echelon form of the given matrix. Okay, so now how many non-zero rows? You are having 2 non-zero rows, so number of non-zero rows equal to 2. That's why the rank of the matrix is 2. Now we want to discuss the method of solving system of non-homogeneous linear algebraic equation. So today we understand the method, and in the next lecture we will discuss the examples. In the next lecture we will discuss the example on the solution of non-homogeneous linear algebraic equation by elementary transformations. So first of all, today as we discuss in this, how will you find a solution of non-homogeneous linear algebraic equations. So let us consider a system of m equation and n in unknowns. So that is in matrix form we are writing this A11 first row, first column A11, first unknown is x1, I assume second unknown is x2. So first row second column coefficient we write as a12 of x2 dot a1n of xn equal to v1. That in the second row a21 of x1, a22 of x2 and dot a2n of xn equal to b2. So and so on you are continuing this am1 of x1, am2 of x2 dot amn of xn equal to bm. So in this way, first of all, whatever may be the problem is given into this pattern. First of all, your objective is to reduce in this standard patterns of given system of non-homogeneous linear algebraic equations, and then you write the augmented matrix. So how to write an augmented matrix from the given system of linear algebraic equation? Your job is very simple. Just first writing the coefficient of all these linear algebraic equation and this first part of this matrix as we call matrix A. That is first row is obtained by writing the coefficient of left side of the given linear algebraic equation. So a11, a12 dot a1n, and the last column is to be write on the basis of whatever the unknown is present in the first linear algebraic equation. Suppose it is v1, we write as v1. Then similarly by writing the coefficient of the second algebraic equation and the constant term, you will get the second row of the matrix, and so on you may continue for m equations in n unknowns. Am I right? So therefore you are getting an arrangement and a augmented matrix of order m by n, as you have seen here, like this. Now by applying a series of elementary row transformation, we reduce the above matrix to the echelon form, and we will find, say, that echelon form is a1 b1 of this matrix, whatever the given is, as we use the symbol for augmented matrix is a/b here. Now whenever you will get an echelon form of the matrix, now our objective is to find the rank of the coefficient matrix and the rank of the augmented matrix. So first you write the rank of the augmented matrix, but just by counting the number of non-zero rows in the echelon form of AB. So that is supposed to be, it is R, and rank of A is counted as the number of non-zero rows in the echelon form of A, say it is S, and your number of unknowns is are n, or why, how many number of unknowns you are having, number of unknowns are n. So that's why now you conclude is, your conclusion is about the solution of given system of equation. So you are having mainly two conclusions. First is consistent and second is inconsistent. Consistent means the system has a solution, and the inconsistent means system has no solution. Okay, whenever you are having given a system of linear algebraic equation, then you have the problem solution may exist, solution does not exist. So that's why our first case when arise, so if the rank of augmented matrix equal to rank of coefficient matrix, then the system is consistent. Now system is consistent means system has a solution. Now we have the two category of solution. System may have only one solution, system may have more than one solution, which we call as many solution or a non-trivial solution here. So when this case arise, so let me come to this. When rank of coefficient matrix equal to rank of coefficient matrix equal to number of unknowns, then the system has a unique solution or a trivial solution. And when rank of augmented matrix equal to rank of coefficient matrix, and if it is less than number of unknowns, then the system has a many solution, or we called as non-trivial solution. It is the case of non-trivial solution. Now we come to the next conclusion as the last conclusion. So is inconsistent, that is system has no solution when rank of augmented matrix is not equal to the rank of the coefficient matrix, then in this case system is inconsistent, that is it has no solution.